All right, coaches. So from now on, when you go to the board, right? I'm gonna describe it because I don't know if you can see the board from here now, right? But I'll describe it. Okay. Most of our athletes are on the train track. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to write the programming as prescribed, larger on the training track, right? So for example, today is 11 hand kettlebell snatches, 11 hanging knee raises, 22 double unders, okay? That tells me, okay, I'm gonna do some sort of snatch, I'm gonna do some sort of flexion through my core, and I'm gonna jump rope, okay? So everyone in class is gonna be doing some sort of variation of that, okay? Then I go to the sweat, right? And I just maybe make a note on the side, sweat, right? You're gonna do, you're gonna use a dumbbell rather than a kettlebell, right? So it facilitates the skill, right? There's less skill, right? You're gonna stay on the floor and do reverse sit-ups, right? Because this athlete has not met the standards or the strength to hang from the bar, right? And then we're just gonna start with jumping, right? Even if it's just jumping jacks or lateral hops from one side to the other, if they don't have the skill of coordination. Because right now, under sweat, we're working on the physiological adaptations of cardiopulmonary endurance, stamina, and flexibility. So we want them to be able to do full range of motion, to move consistently so they can develop stamina, right? And move consistently so they can develop cardiopulmonary endurance, and then move within the range of energy that they have with their stamina, right? And then I go to train, right? And these athletes they have met the standard of a snatch with a dumbbell, and now I'm going to teach them the skill of the transfer or the stopping of the kettlebell without the hit, right? They have met the standard of strength of hanging on off the bar, and now we can start doing some core flexion on the bar, right? And they know how to jump rope, right? And they're transitioning to the skill of double under. So you see that there's coordination, there's agility, there's accuracy, right, involved in this track that is not in this track, okay? And then you go to compete, okay? And then when we compete, we're looking at that higher level movements, higher skill, we're looking for speed and power, toes to bar, super powerful movement, right? And then double unders, which is like all about speed and coordination and accuracy, right? So you see how this kind of like transitions, right, from one side to the other. But we do want to use the big part of the board to write the train program. Then I'm gonna go to the quality of work standards or targets, okay? So the goal here is to do 4+ rounds, okay? So I can even go a little bit more in depth in my explanation, on my briefing, and be like, hey guys, double unders, that's 30 seconds, okay? Or jump rope, that's 30 seconds. Hanging knee raises, we're looking at 20 seconds. That's probably gonna be the fastest movement because it's only 11, right? And then we go to dumbbell snatches, right? This one, the setup is important, right? So this one is where you might want to like take a deep breath or a couple of deep breaths before you grab the kettlebell, right? And we go at it, right? But these are all very fast movements. So I'm looking at under 2 minutes per round, okay? Under 2 minutes per round. So like when we're choosing the tracks, we have to make sure that I can perform each round, not just the first one, because that's also the tricky part. It's not just the first one, but all rounds under 2 minutes, okay? And I can add other things like, I can say like, whatever you're doing with the jump rope has to be 30 seconds. You know, I can give them another criteria on the toes to bar. It's like you have to do the 11 toes to bar in 2 sets or less, right? So I can give them a little bit more criteria to be more specific about the quality of work, right? But again, this is how we want for you to write the workout on the board. Big train, okay? And then smaller adaptations or progressions for compete and for sweat. And then make sure that you have between 3 and 4 criteria that will narrow there's choices in terms of like which track I should choose, right?